In the vast darkness of the Pacific, a plane vanished. No crash, no wreckage, just gone. This was Flying Tiger Line Flight 739, a military charter filled with American soldiers bound for a secret war. 96 souls disappeared without a trace. Welcome to Whispers in the Shadows. For more stories, please subscribe, comment. Your feedback is always appreciated. March 16th, 1962. The Cold War simmered and these men boarded a flight to South Vietnam, their mission shrouded in secrecy. They said their goodbyes, expecting a routine journey. But the journey ended in silence, suspended over the ocean. A four-engine super constellation, a giant of the skies, simply blinked out of existence. No debris, no bodies, not even an oil slick. It's as if the skies swallowed the plane whole. For decades, families and investigators have asked, how could something so large vanish so completely? Was it a catastrophic accident, sabotage, or something more sinister? The Lockheed super constellation, known as the Super Connie, was a reliable workhorse. This particular plane, chartered from the Flying Tiger Line, carried 93 US Army specialists, experts in communications and electronics. They weren't infantry, they were the technical backbone, sent to support South Vietnam in a conflict still hidden from the public. Their mission, Operation Front Door, was covert. Even their families didn't know the full truth. The crew, 11 seasoned Flying Tiger civilians and 3 South Vietnamese military, brought the total to 107 on board. They were young men from all over America, carrying hopes, letters and dreams. Their deployment was secret, their journey cloaked in Cold War confidentiality. The US government wanted no spotlight on its growing involvement in Southeast Asia. So Flight 739 flew under a veil of secrecy, its passengers silent pieces in a global chess game. When the plane vanished, that same secrecy complicated the search and deepened the mystery. These men were the vanguard of a war that would soon engulf a generation. Their disappearance became a secret within a secret. No headlines, no answers, just a growing shadow. The mission was routine in name only. In reality, it was a turning point lost to the night. The story of Flight 739 is not just about a missing plane, but about the hidden costs of war. Their fate remains a mystery, sealed by silence. The Flying Tiger and its secret cargo disappeared into history. The journey began at Travis Air Force Base, California. The soldiers' moods were a mix of nerves and anticipation. Stops in Honolulu and Wake Island broke up the long Pacific crossing. The super constellation performed flawlessly, its engines humming through the night. After refueling in Guam, the next leg was to the Philippines. On March 15th, 12:57 p.m., Flight 739 took off from Guam, everything normal. The weather was good, the plane in top shape. Routine radio check-ins confirmed all was well. As night fell, the plane flew over the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the world's oceans. 7 miles of water below, endless sky above. The soldiers, isolated and unaware, passed the time in the cabin. The flight was uneventful until it wasn't. Somewhere in that vast emptiness, the routine ended. The plane was about to enter a realm of permanent mystery. Their journey would end in silence. The last radio call from Flight 739 was routine. Position, altitude, speed, all normal. Captain Murray Albert's voice betrayed no concern. After that, only silence. Air traffic controllers waited for the next check-in. It never came. At first, it was just a missed call. Common over the Pacific. But as hours passed, worry turned to alarm. Around the same time, the crew of the SS TL Lenzen, an oil tanker nearby, saw a flash in the sky, an explosion. 2 flaming pieces fell into the ocean right along the flight path. It seemed like the answer, a catastrophic mid-air explosion. No mayday, no distress call, just instant destruction. The tanker's report became the focus of the investigation. It explained the silence, the lack of a distress signal. But was it really Flight 739? The explosion fit the timeline, but with no wreckage, certainty was elusive. The mystery deepened. A fiery end, or just another clue? The last message was routine. What followed was anything but. The plane and its people were gone. The only evidence, a flash in the night, and silence. The search for answers had just begun. The disappearance triggered one of the largest search operations in Pacific history. Over 1,300 people, ships and aircraft scoured 200,000 square miles of ocean. The search focused on the spot where the tanker saw the explosion. Day after day, planes and ships combed the waves looking for any sign: wreckage, oil, a life raft. Nothing was found, not a single piece of debris. The ocean remained stubbornly empty. After 8 days, the search was called off. The military had found nothing, no evidence, no closure. Even in the worst crashes, something is usually found. But Flight 739 left no trace. It was as if the plane and its passengers had been erased. The search ended with more questions than answers. The Pacific kept its secret. For the families, the lack of evidence was a second loss. The search for shadows yielded only emptiness. The mystery deepened. The official investigation reached a dead end. The Civil Aeronautics Board could not determine a cause. The tanker's explosion report was compelling, but without wreckage it remained a theory. The super-constellation was huge. Something should have floated. Seat cushions, life vests, luggage, none appeared. Some speculated the explosion was so total it left nothing, but that's unlikely. Others wondered if the search was in the wrong place or if the explosion was unrelated. No distress call, no debris, just a void. 107 people vanished, and the official record is a blank page. Investigators were defeated by the Pacific's emptiness. Flight 739 remains one of aviation's great unsolved mysteries. A story without an ending, a question without an answer. A chilling reminder of how quickly a life can disappear. For families, the end of the search was the start of endless waiting. Hope faded into a lifetime of uncertainty. No bodies, no graves, just a void. The mission's secrecy made things worse. Families were kept in the dark. They fought for answers, but the official response was always the same: unknown cause. The government declared the 107 presumed dead, but for many, presumed wasn't enough. Some waited years, unable to move on. Only after decades did a memorial plaque honor their sacrifice, but the central mystery remains. With no facts, theories multiplied. The leading idea, a catastrophic mid-air explosion, mechanical failure or fuel tank ignition, no distress call, no time to react. Sabotage was also considered, a bomb targeting the secret mission. Enemy action, possible, but unlikely without evidence. Some whispered about friendly fire or even UFOs. Others suggested a natural phenomenon over the Mariana Trench. Most theories lack proof. The truth is likely a sudden violent event that left no survivors or wreckage. But without evidence, it's all speculation. The mystery endures, fed by the unknown. Flight 739's fate remains a theory. 60 years later, Flight 739's story is still unfinished. The Cold War is over, but the pain for families remains. The loss was quiet, overshadowed by history, but no less real. The silence on the radio in the search from officials speaks volumes. This story matters because it honors the 107 lost and reminds us of the human cost of secret wars. Each name is a life cut short, a future erased. Remembering them ensures their sacrifice isn't forgotten. The ghost of Flight 739 still haunts history. A silent aircraft on a journey with no end. Maybe one day the mystery will be solved. Until then, it remains a chilling account of a plane that flew into darkness and never returned. A mystery sealed by the vast Pacific.